Hey, it's me again. And what's it been, like 3.5 months since I've done one of these video blogs? God, feels like forever. Yeah, I remember the last video blog was of the trip to Washington, D.C. last summer. And right now I have been through like 2.5 months of college. This is my second year at Montgomery County Community College, and I have been taking classes at the main campus in Bluebell for a majority of the week. Well, not a majority of the week. It's 2 days a week, and then I have a fitness class the other 2 days, and then I have Fridays off. Yeah, I'm just going part-time, which is perfect for me because I get stressed out about work pretty easy. In fact, a bunch of times, even now, I get mixed up and confused about what's due when, all that kind of stuff. But at least I'm taking classes on stuff that I like, even though my media classes kind of, well, I don't want to say they bore me, but, well, one of them does kind of bore me, but there's just a few things that I need to keep in mind, I guess, when it comes to my future career in making movies. And I just wish my media teacher would talk straight. You know, it's hard to tell just what he wants, like, this is due right now, blah blah blah. It's like for journalism or something, and pretty much any time I'm in that class I keep thinking, well, I'm not a journalist, so why do I need this class for my major, you know? But, you know, it'll be worth it once the semester's over and I've picked up a few things. My video equipment class is pretty cool so far. I love it. I'm getting to work with these really big cameras and lighting kits, this really advanced editing software called Final Cut Pro. The only thing that's annoying is that we're using MacBooks for them. I've never liked using MacBooks. They're a pretty big pain some of the time when I've used them. Can't really explain why. I've just never liked them. It's always been just hard for me to adjust to using a MacBook as opposed to a PC like this. But the good news is my second project for that class is already in the works, pre-production wise, and pre-production is due actually on Monday. So I'm going to actually shoot this weekend so that I have until almost the end of November to edit the thing. And it's going to be an interesting topic. I mean, I don't think I'm going to be able to like put it up on YouTube or anything, but it's okay. Because, you know, some of these sort of projects get kind of rushed and you don't really think about other people seeing them. You're just trying to get through the class and learn a few things. I mean, it was just for our last project that we weren't supposed to put up on YouTube. It might not be the same for the next two, but, you know, don't get your hopes up. I'm not getting my hopes up either, because I don't really care about putting my school projects up on YouTube. If I can, for the second one, I might. But, you know, don't count on it. In fact, wait, why am I telling you this? Wouldn't I just be... I hope I'm not teasing anybody. Oy, oy, oy. In other news, I am rereading The Hobbit. See, here's how far I've gotten. So that I can refresh my memory on the whole thing before The Desolation of Smaug hits theaters. I might need to reread the Queer Lodgings chapter again before the movie. I remember before I saw the first one, I reread some bits and pieces just before we got to the theater, just to, you know, a really quick refresher. And if I end up doing that again, Queer Lodgings and Inside Information, for sure. Definitely those two are going to be the ones that I'm going to look over a lot. I am currently in the works of adapting Peter and the Wolf. You can look it up on YouTube if you haven't heard of it. It's like a musical composition that was written as a kid's story back in the 30s and has been adapted a few times over the years. The one that I grew up with is a Disney version that was made in '46. It was about 15 or so minutes long, and I am adapting it to a modern-day story that takes place at Montco, the West Campus. I'm going to be filming it there next semester. I'm going to hold auditions sometime in January, I think, after winter break. the script is right now about 30 pages. I'm trying to expand on the characters and keeping them parallel to the original as much as possible. It's easy since I've got like a model to go on, but also it's kind of tricky to really add on to them and make sure they're, you know, realistic. But then again, I guess it's not, because I am a college kid and I know what I know a lot of what these sort of characters will be going through, with the exception of the wolf and Grandpa. Yeah, so we'll just have to see how that goes, and if I can come up with any sort of updates on it next semester when I'm filming it, like if I end up taking photos for like a blog or something, then I just might have to do that. I might have to put some stuff up and see how it goes. I really can't wait. I bet it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a good movie. I have a requirement sheet down and everything to make sure the actors are informed of requirements and such, and some things that they should be aware of, like multiple takes. It doesn't mean you're doing bad. It's for experimenting, for improvement, stuff like that. And like I might, like in between takes, I might suggest, okay, why don't you add a little more emphasis on this word or this statement, or maybe just do this little action before or after saying this, blah blah blah. Because I haven't made a short film with more than 1 or 2 people at a time since Historical Inaccuracy. Yeah, this is yeah, I think this movie is probably going to have the biggest cast that I've ever worked with. And it's about 6 or so characters. Let's see, Peter, Bird, the duck. Like Peter, Bird, Duck, Cat, Wolf, Grandpa, Hunters. Oh, 7. Yeah, 7 actors. And I'm going to be directing it, working the camera, writing and editing. And I've got the original Peter and the Wolf music into the project. And I did some experimenting with slowing some bits and pieces of it down to sort of intensify it or something. Like, it's all experimenting until we get the actual footage, you know? But, I'm so excited. And I'm way excited for The Desolation of Smaug. All my favorite stuff from The Hobbit is going to be in this one. I'm looking forward to this one, actually, more than the third one. I mean, of course, I cannot wait for the third movie, the Battle of 5 Armies and all, but Desolation of Smaug is the one that I am just super excited for. Just cannot wait. And it's just over a month and a half away. Like, just about a month and a half, actually. Yeah, it's not that far now. Oh, and I don't know if you can tell by watching this, but I have a new camera. Yeah, I got a new one a couple days ago because this camera, which is the one that I've always used for my blog and all my other movies, broke. Well, see, what happened is I was filming Historical Inaccuracy with Dylan Endlick. It was the scene where we're like outside the auditorium and there's this crowd coming, and I think it was just after the second take or something. I ran over to the camera to check it out, and I tripped on the tripod, and this hit the floor. And so, as you can see, the flip screen hasn't closed all the way since, though it does turn off just fine. But the screen started going completely blank last Saturday when I went to the Renaissance Fair with some of the actors at Monco. It was pretty late in the day though, which is good so that I could still take pictures and videos. But yeah, it just got messed up. See? Yep, zip, nothing. The camera's turned on, it still records and everything, but the screen just doesn't work, and there's no viewfinder on this, so This does matter. I mean, I did try the flip screen a couple of times before I got my camera, and it does work if you hold it like at a certain angle. Yeah, see the angle I have it at now. I can see the screen, but you have to hold it like that. And so you can't, record yourself in front of a camera by holding the hinge the whole time. And you can't let go of it because then it's just gonna snap shut again. So that's a JVC Evrio, if you can't tell. And this one is a Sony Handycam CX290. That's what the model number is. It doesn't... That's not a technical detail, it's just the model number. I asked about that at first, and that's what I was told at Best Buy. Yeah, it makes things a little less complicated when you know what the numbers actually mean. So one of the reasons I'm doing this video blog is to test out my camera and see how it looks with the sort of quality that I set it at. I set it to the highest quality possible. So I don't think I have that much more to say right now, except that in a little while I'm going to be heading to Pottstown campus to meet with an advisor to schedule my classes for next semester. I've got my classes picked out and everything, but just gotta figure out what works. Yeah, just have to see how that goes. I am looking forward to my movie classes, though. I think my final semester I'm gonna have like an intro to directing course. Next semester I'm gonna be taking script writing, I think, and some 4-hour-long class at Central Campus at night or in the evening, where we like watch a movie and discuss some things like camera angles, way it was written and such. I don't know all the details, but I am pretty excited. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, well, yeah, I can't really come up with anything else right now, and plus, got a bit of a deadline later, and I've got some homework to do as well, and some chapters to read, so that I can read Ranger's Apprentice when the last Ranger's book comes out on November 5th. So I shall talk to you later when I've got something on my mind to talk about.